Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, the Slugs and Spuds Growing Plot. I'm just opening these cherry stones and these peach stones. I have them stratifying in the fridge. Stratifying means to put somewhere in the cold as though they've gone through a winter period. It just encourages germination. I think it changes the chemical, something chemical inside them. Just tells them to wake up. Once you've done that and then you put them in the warm, it tells them to wake up, it's time to grow. So I've done that for about 3 months or so, and then I put them in the warm. And they've been in the warm for about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that, but nothing's happening, so I'm getting really impatient. So I've decided I'm just going to crack them open and try and do it very gently, but this is going to test my patience, this, because stay where you are. I've done one successfully, but these ones they're really hard to crack open without splitting the actual seed inside. I'm actually having to do it where the dogs sleep, so that, you know, it doesn't really matter that I mark this floor. I could do it outside, I suppose, but this is so frustrating. Right, let's do these ones first. These are a bit easier. Says me. I'm going to use a different hammer, I think. So just split it open on its edge, really. That's a tough one. Right, so there we go. All I want to do is at least expose it. Yeah. I should have taken it out. I'm going to take it out completely. Okay, so there's one. They were in soil. Should get one that's not so round. I think you got one that's like a bit flat. This isn't fun. I need some tips. Let's get some pliers or something just to hold it still. I've got the hang of it now, watch. Right, so you don't need to grip them as such, just put them in there. There we go. You've got to do it gently, you can't just smash it, otherwise you'll break the little nut. So I'm just going to carry on doing those. So I've got 16 cherry. They weren't all viable. About 3 or 4 of them had rotten, and I've got 4 peach as well. I have done this with peach and apricot last year, just like this. This time I thought I'd let them see if they'd just do it by themselves, still in the shells, but I've got impatient again, as you can see. So I'll just put those back in the soil and put them on the windowsill in the sun and see if they'll germinate. You can do it with any kind of stone fruit, I believe. Just stratify them and then put them in the warmth after a certain length of time. Just give them a little winter. Just like that, just put them in a bag of soil like that and just mix it in the soil. Keep your soil damp but not too wet. Yeah, just put it somewhere warm. I'm going to show you what I'm sowing this week. I've got quite a lot that I'm going to do, but I've not enough experience yet to know when things can be harvested and then I'll have growing space for other things, so I'm probably sowing too much. I don't know, but I think some things should have been further along than they are. Right, all these things I'm going to direct sow. Okay, so although I've got some sunflowers at the plot already, I'm going to see how the giant single do straight in the ground. I don't normally do them straight in the ground because mice and birds pinch them, but I'll give it a go anyway. Some more beetroot straight in the ground. I'm going to sow them just where the others are because the beetroot that I didn't plant out when I was there last week, I wasn't sure whether I could put them in the bed near the shed where it's in shade, but my friend Sharon from Grow Veg with me, she says they can grow in shade, so I'm going to put them there, but there'll be even more space for some more, so I'll be putting some Moulin Rouge and Boltardy as well. I'm going to put both types in that bed. This little plant, I just tried it because it was only 99p. I tried it last year for in the garden, but I wasn't impressed for in the garden, but the bees love it apparently. So it's called Billy Buttons, and they just get little yellow pom-poms on like that. So I'll just sow that at the allotment just for the sake of the bees. I'm going to sow as a catch crop. You call it catch crop. See, this is how unknowledgeable I am at the minute. In between things like asparagus, just in gaps in between the other veg. So I'm going to sow some rockets and some spicy salad leaves, just mixed spicy salad leaves, yeah, and some more different little sunflowers. These I'm going to sow simply because it just says May 2023 to sow them by, so I might as well throw them in the ground. So when I'm at the allotment I'll do those. I was going to go today actually with Connor, but Connor's got a bit of a dicky belly, so because we pedal there, I thought I'll not make him pedal all the way there if he's not well, so I might go up. I'll do Andy's tea when he comes home. I might not do myself any, and I might go up, but it's really hot, so the main reason I want to go up is to get those red popping corn in that I didn't manage to dig a bed for, but it's still too scorching to be digging really. I've got some new packets of seeds because we called in a garden centre when we went to Southport again on Sunday, and they pulled into a garden centre I hadn't been before. Connor was moaning saying, oh, not another garden centre. And it looked little from the front, and I was saying, we'll not be in long, it's only little, I'll probably only be about 10 minutes. Well, we went in and this thing was like a TARDIS. It just extended right back into the fields and to the side where you couldn't see behind the hedges. So, but I didn't buy any plants this time, I just bought packets of seeds. They did have things in there that I haven't seen anywhere else. I will put some footage on when I've shown you these seeds that I'm sowing. So I bought bat flower plant seeds. There's only 5 in, and it was a £5, but I do love this plant, and it can take months for them to germinate. I've actually already put them in lukewarm water to soak for 24 hours. So they're on the windowsill at the minute in a cup of water, but I'll put them on the fish tank tonight, make sure the temperature doesn't dip. So there's those. Now I got a bit confused about these aubergines. I wanted to sow these straight away because on the front it says sowing time March to June, which is June is late for aubergines, isn't it? But on the back it says sowing time. I didn't read the back at the time. I always get dazzled by the picture on the front. Sowing time February to April. Now there's only 9 seeds in there for a £5, which is expensive, but I really did want them. So it's a sow by 2025, so I'm not going to be silly and try and sow them now and get them to ripen in time, because aubergines need a long growing period, so I'm actually going to put those to one side. I've just brought them out to show you what else I've bought. Marrow F1 Piccolo. Yeah, so I'll be sowing those. It says sow between April and the beginning of June, so yeah, I'm going to sow some of those. Squash Marina di Chioggia. I don't know if I've pronounced that right, but those as well are the same sowing time as the marrows. And it was only 99p, so they look like ugly little things, but so am I. Another squash, F1 Jean Divert. Yeah. Actually, that says so by March to May, but we're only just in June, so I'm going to try that. Again, is this a common thing with Sutton seeds? There's only 6 seeds in that. Only $2.49 though. Or is it because they're unusual? Because these things, I've picked up things that I haven't seen in any other garden store. Mountain cranberry, I've picked those up to sow later in the year. I sowed them from September to February, but I've wanted cranberry for a long time, so I just picked those up, but I'll not be sowing those yet. Watercress, I hope I've not tipped this packet up, because while I was waiting for my computer to do something yesterday, I thought, well, I'll just have a read of the seed packets, and it was sealed, but I had loads of seeds all over my worktop, and I thought, where have they come from? But they were all coming out the sides, just at the corners there, because they're really tiny, like strawberry seeds. So did I say what they are? Watercress. Anyway, I'll have to hold it upside down, otherwise obviously they'll come out. I'd kept asking Andy, can you get me some watercress from Asda that's just cuttings really in a packet, and apparently they grow roots really quickly. If you just throw it in water, they'll root really quickly, but he kept forgetting, and then last time he did look, but they didn't have any, so I spotted these and I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to get the seeds. So I'll be sowing those. It says to put the seeds in soil, but I think once it starts growing you can just take cuttings and throw it in the... I'm going to throw some in the pond actually. Maybe not necessarily for me to eat, I don't know, we'll see. Right, other things that I'm going to actually sow into pots. More cauliflower, more snowball turnip. So I'm no good at succession sowing, so it's been a long time since I sowed the first lot of these, but and I'm hoping that I will have space once these are ready to go out, you know. Cabbage, Offinum too. Kale, Nero di Toscana. Now the ones at the allotment aren't doing well, but I'm going to sow some more. Swedes, I don't know why I've already sown some of these. I've already got some planted out at the plot, because these, it says you're only supposed to sow outdoors from May, June and July. Obviously I've already got some going, but I'm going to sow some more of those in. More kohlrabi. Now the sow by date on these is September 2023, and that's the only reason I'm sowing some more of those really. I don't like seeds going to waste. More carrots. Let's stay to this packet. Autumn King 2, and some more dwarf French beans, because I'm thinking when my Kelvedon Wonder peas have gone, which are the other side of that frame things, that my dwarf French beans are on the other side. Once the Kelvedon Wonder peas are done, these can go on the other side as a second flush, you know. So that's it. I don't know if I'll get round to that. I don't know if I'll get to the plot today, but there's that tonight. So I'm just potting my tomatoes on first and my chilli peppers because I got this compost to do that. So I'm not going to sow anything before I've repotted all these. Because if I don't have enough compost to sow more things, then so be it. But these must come first. I always get confused about the pinching outside shoots, so some of these look a bit funny because you're supposed to leave the leading. Betty, will you shush please? You're supposed to leave the leading stem, aren't you? But they were splitting in two, some of them equally, so I just chose one, but now they look a bit funny and I think I've chosen the wrong one. I don't know. Does it matter that much? You know, should I have just left them? The cherry tomatoes, so I don't know if they're a bush variety or what. I do research, but then I forget again, and then I think, oh, I've forgotten, and I can't be bothered researching again what to do. So I kind of just wing it half the time. First time I grew tomatoes, I didn't bother pinching any shoots out, I just let them grow, and they all got blight anyway, but I used to always water them from the top, but now I don't, I water them from the bottom. Betty, she does this, it's like an attention seeking thing. Nobody likes that screeching, shush. Just tweak nicely please. Yeah, they're more prone to blight if you splash them with water, aren't they? So yeah, I'm just giving everything a slightly bigger pot. I've not got any huge pots. I might actually leave them growing under this canopy here. So So I've repotted my tomato plants, the aubergine pinstripe F1, all of the chilli peppers that I'd bought but not, oh I've just got that one tomato plant to repot actually, but I need to look for an even bigger pot than that, I'm running out. All of my loofahs, all my aubergine black beauty as well, yeah. So I've probably only got a third of compost left, so I'll see what I can sow with that. I'm done for now though, because Andy said that he'll lift me to the allotment and just get those red popping corns out. Okay. Okay, so this packet with these marrow F1 piccolo said there's 12 seeds in. Five. Right, so yeah, I might contact them actually, because average content's 12. Yeah, you don't mind 10, 11, whatever, but 5 for $3.99. Nope. Not happy. Right, so I'm going to plant them anywhere. So you can totally see there's note in there. You always plant these kind of seeds on the side so that they're less likely to rot. So I was thinking to myself, I'll only plant half of them. I'll plant 6 out of the 12. Well, that's not happening, is it? I mean, it's probably just a genuine mistake by somebody who's packed them, because they might just assume there's not supposed to be many, and something that looks similar to the squashes. Let's check this one. This one says contains 10, and it does feel like quite a few actually, so let's just have a see. How many do I want to do? What, how big did they get? I'm going to do... no, I'll do 4. Right, let's just open them first. Let's have a look. Right, average 10. Three, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, good. And they were only 99p because they were trial thing though. Right, given what's just happened with the seeds in that marrow, I feel the need to check these aubergine F1 3-night collection, because these were £4.99 for 9 seeds, and the front was misleading. It says sow between March and June, and I should have read the back, fair enough, but it's still misleading. But on the back it says sow February to April. Now, so I was going to leave them, but I feel inclined to open them now just to check that there are 9 seeds in, because if I'm not going to complain, but I'm just going to, well, is it complaining? You know, there was 5 seeds and there was supposed to be 12. So I've lost my thread now. Now these are in like a foil pack, so I'm presuming that that is the way to keep these fresh. So if I open it and then they become not fresh because I've opened it, so I'm going to, my plan is to sow them, and if they don't ripen in time, I'm just going to have to bring them in and treat them the same as I'm going to do with the cotton plants, and put them under grow lights indoors and see if I can get them to ripen that way, with a bit of heat as well, because it'll be, by the time the lights go in, the temperatures will be dipping as well. Right, so partly for proof, I'm just going to open this on camera. They feel small. Hang on. Let's bring you a little bit closer. So if I'm here, you can see. Or more importantly, if they want evidence, there probably is 9. I'm going overboard here, but at £4.99 there better be 9. I'm opening it carefully because I don't want any falling on the floor. Right, there's some in the seam of this, I think, so just have a little look. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's an 8th that doesn't look like it may be viable actually. 8. Not got no nails. 9, 10. Oh, there's extra in this. 9, 10. Or 9 if that one's no good. $11. Yeah, so I got 2 extra in that. Yeah, so I know mistakes are made. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less, but I wouldn't expect less than half, to be honest. It will just be a genuine mistake. I'm not calling Sutton seeds. They're not a brand I normally buy. Maybe it's because of the price, I'm not sure, but yeah, so that's okay then. There's 11.
So I've managed to sow everything that I wanted to, apart from the carrot Autumn King, but I don't think this compost was good enough for that anyway. It's quite fibrous. So I bought a riddler from Wilco's the other day as well. So what I'm going to do is riddle some soil at the allotment and just sow them straight in the ground. I sowed them aubergines as well that shouldn't have gone in at this time of year really, but and I think I will get in touch with Suttons, not in a horrible complaining manner, but just to let them know there wasn't as many seeds as it says on that packet, and the other packet has misleading information on it, but I'm going to do it in a nice way. You know, I don't like to poo-poo a company like that, because human error does occur, you know. So they've all had a good watering, and that's it for now. So the greenhouse had looked a bit empty with taking out most things to the allotment, but now it's chocker again.